What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Sinister Cobra coming back with another toy unboxing. Today we are going to be unboxing this Master Chief from 1000 Toys. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. As you guys can see, here's the packaging. It does come in a sleeve. You got Halo up top, your usual stuff up here. Looks like it is a Asian manufacturer. I haven't heard of 1000 Toys prior to this Master Chief. So it's 1/12 scale re-edit Master Chief MJOLNIR Mark V. So this is from Halo 1. So let's go ahead and take him out. There you go. Sleeve gone. And this is what you get. You got a nice little window up front. There you can kind of see me right there in the reflection. Hey everyone. But yeah, you got quite a bit of accessories here. Got 1, 2, 8 hands, and then you got some like holsters right here. Doesn't seem, it seems like all hands are the same. So you have, like, for example, your karate chop hands both for the left and right, and then you have like sword hands left and right. So they're mirrored, I guess, whatever the correct terminology for that is. But here's Master Chief in all his glory, Halo 1. The color is pretty, I guess I wouldn't say spot on. Well, I guess in person it looks a little bit different than on the camera. But honestly, I'm blanking on like how Master Chief looks in game. I feel like the color in game is a little brighter. This one right off the bat is it's a little bit more dull, but it's not too bad. It seems like it's pretty accurate to the game. Here we have an energy sword, we have an assault rifle, and 2 pistols. Interesting choice. If you guys don't already know, I assume you do because you are watching this. Can't have an energy sword in Halo 1, and there is no dual wielding in Halo 1, so interesting choice of weapons. Obviously, the assault rifle is like one of the first weapons you get. But I wonder what the reasoning behind the 2 pistols are. I guess in case you lose one, not sure. But let's go ahead and I guess I'll show you the side. Here's the back. So yeah, Master Chief MJOLNIR Mark V, directed by Yuta Tobari, 1000 Toys, re-edited by Junji Okubo. Not gonna even try to pronounce that. I'm probably mispronouncing these names as well, so apologies. Product design T-Rex, sculptor Shusaku Yoshida, painter Yoji Hayakawa, and then photographer Tomo Nozawa. Xbox 343 obviously, and that's basically all there is to this box. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So this figure was pretty pricey. Let's see, I just cut up the one on top. Probably should have cut the one from the bottom if I want to keep this box nice and pristine, but whatever. I like my figures out of the box. But like I was saying, this box is pretty pricey. It cost me, I think, total about 150 from Big Bad Toy Store. When I went to order, they were sold out at Entertainment Art, which is where I went to go order it initially. But here we get some sort of instruction manual. Looks like there's some pieces, some detachable pieces for the assault rifle, the MA5B. I'm not really good with those, with like the official terms for the weapons, so I just call them by their easier names. M6D. I'm not really sure if these are accurate. I'm sure someone down in the comments will let us know if these are the accurate names for the Halo 1 weapons. But yeah, here are the instructions, some removable pieces for, these are instructions for attaching weapons. put that to the side. And oh yeah, we have that Warthog right there from the previous unboxing. Brought it out just for just to show off, like, scaling purposes. All right, as per usual, when you take off those pieces, you get the accessories that bounce off. But let's go ahead and take out Master Chief right out of there. There's something that came out. Oh, looks like his hand popped off already. Oh, both of his hands popped off. Where's the other one? So here's his close fist. They popped off already. Hopefully that's not a sign of how fragile this thing is. So it does come with one of these plastic things. I don't know what those are for, but I noticed they come in a lot of I guess imported figures. A lot of figures from, like, overseas come with those plastic things. So let's let me try to pop this in if I can get it in. This peg is kind of small. I'm a little scared I'll break it. Well, there was no pop, but it's in there pretty good. So I didn't even notice if the hands were already off before taking him out or not. Oh, okay, so it looks like this one might be a problem. His right fist might be a problem. Yeah, this thing just, it seems to come off very, very easy. That's something you do not want to see in an item that is so pricey. Alright, well, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. See, it's just coming off so easily. That's alright, well, there you go. You have a con already with the damn fist or the damn hands. Luckily, these aren't meant to be played with. They're meant to be posed. So we'll just see what's up with the figure. But right off the bat, it is pretty nice. It feels nice. Doesn't feel cheap. So you got the shoulder pieces right here. I have not played with this beforehand doing this unboxing. So you got some pretty good movement here in the elbows. It looks like it's single jointed, maybe. There's kind of a second joint there actually. So got that, and then obviously this. So there's a little double jointed going there. It looks like this piece of armor pops off too, or it's just designed to look like that. So obviously the shoulder pieces pop up, so you can get some extra mobility there. That's pretty cool. Ooh, so you get an interesting butterfly. God, there goes the fist again. All right, I'm just gonna set this damn fist aside. It's unfortunate, already starting off to somewhat of a disappointment. I'm gonna have to look at other reviews on this to see if that's a issue for everyone. But you got an interesting butterfly joint. Almost reminds me of a Play Arts Kai joint, how it like basically pops out of the torso there. But that's pretty cool. I've never really seen, up until I got a Play Arts Kai Spartan, I've never seen a butterfly joint like that. I'm used to like the SH Figure Arts butterfly joints, but you got some torso movement there. Looks like there's some space right here. Not too noticeable unless you're trying to look for it. These knee pads feel like they might be sort of metal, but there you get some double jointed knees. Not too bad. Again, this also reminds me of like Play Arts Kai. I have a black Spartan Play Arts Kai. He's like kneeled down, and so his knee joint thing just sticks out like a sore thumb. But it kind of just blends in after a while. It's not too bad. So this piece also has this sort of movement. So you get it like this when you bend it, but then it also has this like extra thing right here. So you can kind of move it back to cover up the knee. Let's look at the leg or the foot. So you got this normal stuff. You can do side to side. Doesn't look like there's a toe. Well, actually, there's like a half foot kind of gimmick going there. So that's pretty cool. Not too bad of a figure so far. It feels pretty sturdy, other than these damn hands. Oh, this one, yeah, they pop off super easily, so you might want to, I don't know, figure out what hands you want and just like never touch them. Let's look at the back here. So you got the spine part right there. It's pretty cool. So these are supposed to detach, right? Let's try and do that without breaking anything, hopefully. Oh, there we go. You kind of got to get your nail in there. But yeah, they pop off. These are very small pieces, so try not to lose them if you do decide to pop this off. I guess this would be a good opportunity to take a look at the weapons, since that's really what those covers are for, is to hide the peg hole for the weapon. So here is the assault rifle. This thing is pretty cool. It feels plasticky, but it doesn't look plastic. Like, there's some pretty good paint applications going here. It's sort of like a brown here for the, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, you can kind of see it's sort of like a brown colored here. Then you got like the black gun metal kind of color going there. It's pretty cool. And you got the peg thing that just sitting here. I think it just pulls out. Yeah, so there you go. It just pulls out. So that's a very interesting way of doing this. I actually kind of really like this. It almost blends in to the gun, so you don't just have a peg sticking out like this. Like so I have the joggle here, but so as you can see in this gun, you just have the peg sticking out. So that's actually really cool. Really, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but that's very innovative. There we go. I wish more toys did that. So let's peg this bad boy, and obviously Halo 1, the weapons your secondary weapon does not, you know, show up on the in-game model. But there he is, the Master Chief. If the assault rifle is holstered Halo 3 style. So there you go. Actually, I think it might be like that in Halo 3. You know, whatever. The assault rifle wouldn't even be showing up on his back if this was Halo 1. So I guess we shouldn't dwell on that too bad. But let's take a look at the Magnum next. I guess I'll put him right here just for the camera. So here's the Magnum. The Magnum doesn't look like it has pegs, but obviously we don't need pegs, because I believe this is what it goes into if you're gonna, you know, just have it holstered onto Master Chief. So that fits pretty snugly right there. Not gonna have to worry about it falling off, which is pretty good. Sometimes figures, they don't really hold pretty well wherever they're supposed to be holstered into, and oftentimes you find yourself having weapons fall off the figures when they're just with gravity, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But this is pretty cool. Again, in Halo 1, the weapons didn't show up on the model, or your secondary weapons didn't show up on the model. Only only your primary weapon, the one that you are holding. So this feels like it's a lot darker than the Halo 1 Magnum. The Halo 1 Magnum is a lot more silver in color. I think the whole thing is silver actually. This looks more like a Halo 3 or Halo 2 Magnum. I think the Halo 3 one is also silver. So this is more of a Halo 2 color scheme. A lot darker. So not too much going on here. Just plain old Magnum. The magazine is kind of sticking out right there. So not too much going on. Let's take a look at this other one, which looks to be exactly the same. So yeah, I don't think I pointed this out, but on the assault rifle, I did notice this. The ammo counter is colored in. No ammo, no actual number, but there is some blue in there, which is pretty neat. All right, let's take a look at the energy sword. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, what is this called? I already forgot what it was called, but it's one of those new rifles from Infinite. Let's see if it pegs in. Yeah, looks like the hole is too big, so it's just gonna fall. So there you go. Your World of Halo figures will not fit in that Master Chief peg hole. Let's put him here to see if he can stand on its own. Oh, let's do it like this. All right, there we go. So let's look at the sword. So here's the sword. Cool little translucent blue with some crackling there. I kind of wish they looks like the cracks are painted white, but I wish there was like more white in there. I don't think the energy sword, actually in Halo 1 it might be this dark, but in Halo 2 it's a little bit more of a lighter blue, a lot of white mixed in there. But obviously Halo 1 you don't get access to the energy sword unless you can somehow hack it into the game. But this feels pretty flimsy. I feel like if I put any more pressure than this, it will just break. So careful with this energy sword. Let's take a look at one of the hands. So here's the hand, the energy sword hand. Let's try to put it on there. Oh, there we go. So there's the energy sword. So this would be the right hand. Let me try attaching it to the main man over here. A lot of amateur work we got on this channel. I'm not a professional reviewer, but these toy unboxings seem to be somewhat popular. So there you go. You got Master Chief holding the energy sword, which is pretty neat. Obviously, like I stated before, this is not something you would see until Halo 2, but you know, it looks damn cool on the action figure. I won't lie. So I guess we'll just put him there like that for now. I guess so. We took a look at the energy sword hand. I guess I'll give you guys a closer look here what it looks like. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of hard for me to do. It's a very unnatural pose without having something physical to separate your fingers. But there it is. Let's see if you guys can see that. So yeah, I guess that's a better look right there. Oh. Let's take a look. So he also has this karate chop hand. You know, it'd probably be like one of those move out hands or something like that, if you want to pose them like that. So he has two of each. So he has two of those karate chop hands, two of those sword hands. This looks like a weapon holding hand. Let me see about putting a magnum into this. maybe it's for the assault rifle. So this hand we're just looking at is the assault rifle hand. Let's take a look at this last one. This one, it's like a trigger, has like a trigger finger, and you know, this one has to be the one for the Magnum, because no other hand will fit the Magnum. So how about we just imagine that this goes in? These hands are, all right, there we go, got it in. So holding the Magnum, I guess we can make him dual wield a Magnum and a sword. No, why not? Let's just attach all the weapons to him. All right, so one thing I realized I don't think I showed was like the head movement. So here it is, side to side. Obviously his armor gives him somewhat of what's the word I'm looking for? The range isn't that great because of, well, it's pretty decent actually. I wouldn't say it's that great, but you know, his armor stuff limits him. So he can kind of move his head up. That's about as much as it moves up, it seems. But moving down, looks like this whole thing moves down with it, which is pretty smart. So there you go. So to look down, and then it's not very revealing there either. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. So here we go. I put the Magnum on him, gave him like a little gangster gangster pose right there. So give him like a little Obi-Wan Kenobi pose. Let's call it that instead of gangster pose. So we got a little Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know how he points with like the two fingers like that and then has the lightsaber over him? Well, yeah. So somewhat of an Obi-Wan Kenobi pose. Let's see if I can get him kind of squatting down a little bit here. Like a little action pose. There we go. This actually, it's really, ooh. Now that I'm posing it, it's really cool. All this range of motion that it has gives you some very dynamic options. Gives you options for your poses. So it's gonna be fun posing this guy once I'm done with this review. There you go. We got a Master Chief with the Obi-Wan Kenobi pose. Alright, well, unfortunately this is the issue that I run into using a phone to record this. My thing ran out of memory. But real quick, here he is all decked out with his goodies. So we got the Magnum here, got the assault rifle on the back, we got him wielding a Magnum and wielding the sword. So if you want a badass Master Chief from Halo 1, there you go in all its glory. And as for these small pieces here, highly recommend getting one of these sorter things. It's one of these things. I think they're meant for like jewelry and whatnot, but I use it to hold all my figure accessories. So highly recommend getting one of those if you need something to hold your accessories in. But I want to take this time right now to knock off the Magnum from his side. But all kidding aside, I want to compare him with the scaling of other figures. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me stand them up straight before I go ahead and do that. First off, we have obviously the Warthog. I mean, he kind of towers the Warthog. I don't think he's supposed to be as tall as like the turret. Let's try to get a good look there. So doesn't scale. I don't think it scales too well with the Warthog. I also have this, I believe it's from Mattel, but it's from the Halo 5 figure line. Here he is next to the Helios Grill Spartan 4. Let me try to center this a little bit better. So there he is next to the Helios Grill Spartan 4. I'm not too sure how the Spartan 4s compare in height with Master Chief. Master Chief obviously supposed to be about 7 feet in armor. So there you go. It's just a tad bit shy of being as tall as Master Chief. I would say maybe obviously like a extra inch or two, and they'd probably be the same height. Up next, I want to show the Jackal from the World of Halo line. I think this scales pretty well. The Jackals, I believe, are supposed to be 5 or 6 feet, maybe fully erect, but obviously he is hunched over and has its knees bent, so maybe subtract like a foot of in-game height, and this makes a little bit more sense compared to the World of Halo Master Chief, who is back there chilling in the Warthog. I think this actual this height comparison right here is more of a grunt height in game. So grunts and jackals probably don't differ too much in height, so this in my opinion looks pretty good scaling. Next, I have another Mattel figure. Here is a WWE Elite Adam Cole. I picked Adam Cole for because he is a Halo fan, so brought him out for a reason. It scales pretty similar to the Halo, the Spartan 4. Actually, he might even be a tad bit taller than the Spartan 4, which is kind of funny since I think Adam Cole is supposed to be about 5'8", 5'9" maybe. But there you go. He's almost just as tall as the 7 foot tall Master Chief. Last but not least, I have this guy, the Spartan, the new Mark 7, is it? Mark 7 Spartan. This guy scales pretty close. They are pretty similar in height. Even like all the proportions and everything are very, very similar, which is really, really cool. This is from the new Spartan collection line of figures. Keep your eyes peeled to the channel because I will be bringing unboxings of these guys too. But overall, I think the scaling between these two lines is pretty damn near perfect. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is the re-edit, or the 1,000 Toys re-edit MJOLNIR Mark 5 figure. It retails for about $120, $130 total. Probably come out to $150 if you want to pick this bad boy up. Pretty darn cool figure, I gotta say. The more good than bad. I think the coloring could have been a little bit more brighter green used. This like olive green is a tad bit dull compared to the original Halo CE Master Chief. Interesting choice of accessories. We got a sword, 2 magnums. Obviously in Halo 1 you can't use the sword or dual wield, but that's okay, we made it work. And these damn hand things could be an issue. I mean, I made it work, just don't gotta touch the hands too much and you won't have the problem of them falling off. But it's a bit unfortunate that it does have that issue since you're paying a premium price for it. But overall, I think if you need a Mark 5 for your collection, definitely consider picking it up. It's not that bad of a figure, honestly. The price is steep, of course, but if you can afford it, highly recommend it. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Keep your eyes out for these unboxings of these new Spartan collection figures, and leave a comment letting me know what you think of the figure if you picked it up, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.